Okay, Scaithe, in that blinding flash of light, you fall prone. The wind practically knocked out of you, and you are exactly back where you started, in the withered woods, surrounded by many occultists, and
I,
your
g-
lastly known adventurer as Akron is holding a blood sphere over top of this well.
I want to try and gather myself and pick myself up really swiftly.
You seem to easily do this as all these cultists are really looking at you now in somewhat of a look of shock on their face. Even Akron seems distressed by this.
Alright. Is everything still the way it was before?
As far as, well, roll perception for me.
12.
Alright, that is still good enough. As I turn you the right direction, everything is exactly the way you left it. There's still the two dead seers, Akron himself, the hybrid, two cultists, and Etosleka herself, standing about this well. Everything on your person seems to be back to normal. You've got your bag of holding, you've got your new armor, your Dao sword.
Mm-hmm.
Everything seems to be alright.
You all seem surprised.
Etosleka will mutter something in a low tone that you can only make out as clicking and more of those horrid screeches you once heard from the hybrid guys. Akron seems very bothered and will begin to start gritting his teeth. But it was foolproof. How, I don't how did you
If it were foolproof, why am I here?
He seems horribly at loss for words. He seems to gather himself and stamp his foot in frustration. Who cares? We could do it again! As you see him ready his arm as if he's going to throw this blood sphere in the well again.
I want to try and freeze the well solid,
Okay,
like I tried last time.
go ahead and roll a d20.
17?
Perfect. Alright, without any issues, you freeze this well solid. There's a nice, hard-coated layer of ice over the surface of this well. The cultists did not seem to expect that, and they are still in that utter state of shock. Your
I think you
note,
guys need to chill out.
your note in your pocket resonates. Without even reaching it, you have a really strong feeling it says
Get the orb.
something about getting the orb.
Yeah. Alright, I want to just take a step forward. If I'm a little bit if I'm in better range, I might be able to force grab it and pull it when an opportunity arises again.
Alright, you believe you are certainly within range to do so.
Yeah, just, you can see it better, you might be able to grab it better. Type of thing.
At this point, Etosleka will actually click and mutter a few more times. These two cultists here will begin to advance ever so slightly. The hybrid guy is looking back and forth, certainly unsure of what's going on, as you can probably guess all of their plans have just been thrown about right now. Akron visibly takes a few steps back.
Does he still have the orb in his hand?
He's still got it in his hand, but it's outstretched as if he's still ready to drop it, but you're certain it won't really do much if the well's frozen solid.
Right. Can I tell how much of a grip he's got on it?
It's not a death grip, but he's certainly holding it downwards, like he was before.
Okay. Trying to think. Stop it, dog. I'm sorry if you guys could pick that up. Dog, quit. Um, hmm.
The two cultists will actually kind of look unsure, as if half bearing their weapons, like, what do we do, General? Akron's mind is absolutely racing.
Um, I want to. What do I want to do? Oh man, this is tough.
At this point in everyone's hesitation, Etisleka will finally mutter something, and with a very loud shriek will disappear in a large plume of smoke and pitched feathers. Of course, all the cultists take note of this and turn around respectively. Akron whirls around the fastest. Will actually have dropped the blood orb in the process and start screaming, "No! No, please! I didn't! We can do it again! There's another plan! It's all set up!"
I want to force grab the orb.
Alright, I won't even make you roll. You effortlessly do that and snag this orb. It is now in your possession.
How's it feel to be abandoned by the only thing that you held dear? The
Akron,
praise of your owner.
Akron is too frustrated for words right now. He just screams out, "You'll regret this! You know you will!"
I'm not the one regretting this now.
As he seems to throw something at his feet and disappears the same, as well as a few seconds later the other cultists do. They all disappear, leaving behind nothing but a small little poof of black smoke and some pitched feathers.
All right.
You hear a large thud behind you.
I wheel around.
Bam! Sabrak has landed prone just like you have.
I want to immediately try and help him up.
You do so. He seems happy to see you. Good job, good job. He actually congratulates you and begins to start patting you on the back as well. I was not sure if you were going to understand that, but oh man, that was brilliant.
Well, to be perfectly honest, there's a whole lot I still don't understand, but I'm at least just glad to be back, and I'm glad to see a friendly face again.
Same. There's a lot of time travel stuff. Trust me, where I was at was the only reason that I was able to help you. We can get into some more details later, but
Yeah, let's head home.
yes, Sabrak looks about and makes sure everything's kind of okay and says it'd be best for the time being if we head home.
Agreed.
Alright. I'm swapping over to this new page. Please go to the bottom left corner as quick as you can.
I'm there.
Zoomed in. Do you see your character?
Not in the bottom left corner.
Should be.
I'm in the black.
You maybe zoomed in too much. Or not enough.
No, I'm really zoomed in.
Scaithe?
I can't see characters in the black.
I understand that, but I have revealed an area for Scaithe in the bottom left corner.
Oh wait, no, I'm an idiot. Okay, yes, I see me. I was in the right corner.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Alright. You and Sabrak take a walk home, and you explain what has just happened. Sabrak tells you, well, it's not too bad. you've upset the cultist plans, but you know what they're after. So you guys know how to expect and somewhat how to handle this.
Mm-hmm.
Sabrak expresses his complete trust of you now with that life-changing experience. And not only offers you somewhat of some sort of a raise in the guild, but you noticeably can tell that you're on better terms with him, like he can actively trust you more. You're not quite up on a pedestal, but you're not far from it.
I am not the errand boy anymore, at least.
Yes. Sabrak also tells you that not many not many adventurer guild members could go through something like that and keep it together as well as you did. And he actively reaches inside his bag and pulls out one of the council keys. And he tells you, I think you can handle one of these now.
I humbly yet eagerly accept.
He hands you this key and informs you that you can use any stone front of a building and access the Stillwater Council building. But he says he's got a few things he wants to check on, make sure everything's okay. He advises you to go home and do what you must, and then use that fancy key and come meet him at the council.
I nod in acknowledgement.
He gives you another reassuring pat on the back, and he leaves you be in a in a town square of Homestead, just around the corner from your headquarters.
I book it to the headquarters.
All right. You make one or two turns, and you can immediately see you're down the street from the headquarters. Like, you can see the building.
Excellent. I want to go there. Is there anything does anything look amiss?
There are people walking about the street as normal, but as you get closer, a few people, a large collection of people have gathered, seemingly around your house.
Oh dear.
There is literally a crowd kind of blocking your way now.
I want to push through them.
You push through the crowd, and you notice that the crowd is being held up by uh, Homestead's local guards, holding you back. One of the guards tries to stop you.
It's like I live here. What is going on?
One of them recognizes you, and he instantly just waves you past. You pass through this line of guards, and you are immediately met with a quite unsightly view of several Stillwater guards that appear to have been torn asunder in front of your house.
Oh no.
Your front door has been busted into pieces.
Oh no. I've got to go in there and check for the relics.
Just standing in the doorway alone, you can instantly tell what has happened, as your entire house has been ripped into pieces, furniture has been thrown, destroyed, everything has been rolled in a tumbler like a tornado has blown through here. And ever so evident, with the ever so subtle hint of pitched feathers everywhere.
Oh man.
On the ground floor, you can easily see that trophy case of the magic rocks has been broken into tiny glass pieces, and the rocks are nowhere to be seen.
Oh great. Okay. Okay.
You also
Think.
notice there is a every just you know what? Roll perception for me,
All right.
and your
I
modifier.
perceive. Oh my god. I don't think a nat one can be modified.
All right,
I am in shock.
you are. Would you like to try again?
I want to collect myself and just see what's going on.
All right.
11.
That will work. Kind of stepping over the few pieces of debris, you start somewhat taking inventory. You notice that though everything's essentially destroyed, no, like, nothing seems actively missing other than those rocks.
All
And you
right.
start to take place of, where this was this chair over there, trying to see if anything else was stolen. More noticeably, you see a large trail of liquid streaming down your stairs, like
And
someone's left the sink on or something, and it begins to
that's.
pool at your feet.
I was about to ask where he was. Where is. Do I see a body or anything? Because I'm afraid that our great drunken wizard friend might have been caught in the crossfire.
You do not see him around here. You do not see him on the first floor.
I want to book it up the stairs.
You begin to go upstairs. The entire stairs is just being trickled down like a little waterfall by some sort of liquid.
Oh no. I know exactly what that is. That's if it hasn't stopped already, that's his ever-filling chalice. Oh no.
You reach the top of the stairs. The second floor is no different. Everything's been thrown about, ripped to pieces, wood splintered, furniture deliberately broken. There is, in fact, a pair of bunny slippered feet sticking out from underneath an upturned couch, from where the liquid seems to be coming from.
No. I run over and I want to flip the couch over.
Roll strength. Would you
No.
say would you say your adrenaline had kicked in?
Yes, I am in a panic. My friend could be dead.
Roll again.
This is a heavy couch. Why did I order the stone one?
It's not that heavy. I will actually give it to you as it's more like half of a couch.
Okay.
You flip this couch to the side, and it is in fact your drunken wizard friend Bartleby who is lying prone. He is face down, and there is nothing but liquid streaming out from underneath him. He is in a pool of, you have guessed it correct, his ale.
Is he breathing? I want to
You are,
perceive if he's breathing.
you can roll if you'd like. As far as you can tell, he's just face down on the floor.
Oh, that I can do.
He is not breathing.
Oh no. They killed him. Can I flip him over and at least put a cap on his ale?
Certainly. You effortlessly roll this wizard over, and unfortunately, that twinging fear just increases as you now notice that his ale is nowhere to be found, except that when you adjust your sight, it has been forcibly jammed down his throat, and he has literally drowned from his own ever-filling ale.
Well, if there was one way he would want to go, it would be drinking. So that's at least something for him. I steel myself.
Would you like
I
to
am.
roll perception one more time for me real quick?
Yes.
You now also take notice that you were obviously urgent and your priorities were straight on the second floor, but you remember a chest of important paperwork on the second floor as well. And needless to say, where Bartleby stored his hat.
Yes. That. Okay. Where did I keep that? I kept that. Did I keep that right by the door?
Yes, it is essentially right behind you.
Yeah. Is it still closed or anything?
It is upside down, but it seems to be intact.
I rush over to the chest.
There was no active lock on this chest.
I try to open it.
You kind of flip it back upright and easily open this chest.
What's gone?
The hat has been shredded. But all other documents have been cluttered since this thing has been torn upside down, but everything else seems to be in order.
I pick up the hat and go back over to the body. I just put the hat in it, what's left of the hat in his hand. I pay my respects.
Something resonates in your pocket.
I pull it out.
That black little piece of paper glows brighter than you've ever seen, and it reads, "Get to the council," as the entire piece of paper evaporates in your hands.
More pissed than I've ever been pissed before. I pull out the key and leave the building to look for, to use it in a stone face.
Alright, there's essentially a shop, like essentially Marion's shop, her alchemist shop next door would have a stone front you could possibly use.
I use it.
Alright, your key effortlessly fades into this stone front of the store, and a magical door appears as you've always seen it before.
Let's go in.
You try the handle. It opens, but only about 2 inches. The door hits something solid on the other side.
Can I get a hand in and force push whatever it is away from the door?
You're not quite sure you can actually fit your hand through the door,
Oh.
but this door has hit something solid. Something's on the other side of the door.
I want to use... try and roll strength to push it open.
Okay, roll strength for me.
That's a flat 9, no.
That will
Probably
actually
not.
work.
Oh, okay.
This is not a solid fixed object, though. How would you like to try and budge this door open? Just straight up, just solid pressure, or would you like to try and like shoulder ram it or something?
Just straight up pressure.
Okay. Whatever's on the other side of the door does slide. It is still blocking the door, but you believe you can actually push this door open.
I do so.
You do so, and whatever on the other side of the door gives, and you can hear it hit the ground with a good solid thud. It sounded like a large object, but the door is now open enough for you to slide through.
Alright. What am I greeted by?
Alright, Scaithe, please direct your attention to the bottom center of what is revealed on this map.
I am there.
Do you see your character here?
I do.
Alright. As soon as you peek around the side, you see the door was blocked by Sabrak himself, who had been frozen solid. Not in a huge casing of ice, but he is visibly frozen solid and has fallen over.
He didn't break, did he?
No, he is in still one piece.
Oh, okay. Good.
He's perfectly fine.
Good.
Alright. At this point, I can tell you, or you can perceive. Let me know what you would like to do.
I would like to perceive.
Right. You are immediately met with your familiar surrounding as the council. It appeared to be very busy. There are a lot of tables and desks everywhere. More noticeably, In the kind of top left-handish corner up here, there are a bunch of cultists. You do see, in fact, your shrouded friend, 3 hybrid guys, and 3 cultists. You also notice that a lot of people were at the council. You even see straight up in the middle of the room Ildrad, and a lot of guards. But everyone, except for the cultists respectively, are frozen solid the same as Sabrak. The cultists have not seen you yet.
Quick question. How is the place lit up?
The place is lit up from a large rune light above the ceiling, like a natural skylight, if you will.
I was really hoping you would say chandelier.
Fortunately, no, this place does not have a chandelier.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, since I seem to have the element of surprise, I... Hmm,
Taking in your surroundings for a
yeah,
second there, you do
I am.
feel simultaneously something rustle behind your head and something nudge the side of your leg.
Silently, I just say it's good to see you guys again.
Alright. At any point, you can perceive more, do whatever you need.
I want to perceive more. I need to know what all is around here. They haven't noticed me, so I need to use this opportunity to
Roll a
start with a very...
perception for me.
I really need to start with a good shot of something. That's a 19.
Alright. You see a lot of desks here and there. A few of these tables have been overturned. As well as you can guess by everyone's positioning, it looks like a large sweeping spray of frost or some sort of ice spell has captured everybody. A few guards have been flipped over tables. More noticeably to your right, there is a large weapons rack that has been thrown asunder as well. Some shields and some random items, some you recognize, some you don't, have been thrown about. A few of these frozen statues now have also dropped their weapons. The cultists seem to be generally chittering, bird-noising about something, and you get the strong feeling of a magical aura over behind this large dinner table here, with 5 magical stones are floating in mid-air around each other.
Okay, that is
And,
going to be my goal, to
and
get
you
those stones.
also, out of the corner of your eye, hear some noise, faint as it may be, under this table here.
I want to quickly yet quietly make my way over to the the right direction over this way. Not only for the weapons, but I need to find out who or what is under that table.
Okay. Your pets will remain here until needed. For token sake,
Yes,
move as you please for right this second.
I want to go. Just tell me when I can't.
You can get right here, back to
I get
this
right
one,
there.
without having to roll stealth or anything.
Gotcha.
Alright, from your positioning, you believe you can see underneath the desk if you would like.
Yes.
Perception, please.
9.
It will actually work still. There is a halfling under the table, struggling to pull a sword that appears to be too big for him out of a scabbard.
I wonder if I can quietly get his attention. I need to approach further. Um, I want to try and get right here next to these weapons just so I can see what all is available.
Okay, this time I'm actually going to have to have you roll stealth for me.
No problem. 18.
Perfect. Make it over there, no problem.
What do I see as available?
Alright, you were... Relic and Sabrak have somewhat pretty much been familiarizing you with some of their weapons, so nothing here looks pretty much too out of the ordinary. You believe you at least have a vague understanding of what each of these you see are.
Mm-hmm.
You right off the bat see two shields. A black shield here with the emblem of two large fangs on it. As far as you can gather, this thing is some sort of mimic people use against their attackers.
Mm-hmm.
There's a pristine shield over here, which you remember something about can be fixed in space-time, something. It remains wherever you left it, or something like that.
It's immovable.
There is a mace that is expelling some noxious gas ever so slightly. An electric mace. Your obsidian crossbow that can summon its arrows, with some arrows that are clasped on to the side. A mace that is covered in plant vines. Your cursed obsidian, your cursed rapier, sorry. And a very large-looking divine broadsword.
Okay. I have an idea. A couple combination ideas. I need the... Can I pick up whatever I need, or do I need to roll stealth to pick it up silently?
Tell me what you're thinking first.
As much as I would love to use a mimic against my attackers just because the mimics keep biting me, the pristine shield is something I'm going to absolutely need. Because I have an idea of a perfect mechanic for it.
Okay, are you asking me to grab that?
I, I need to grab it.
Okay, I can give that to you, no problem. You will keep control of that as you see fit.
Mm-hmm. Is it a one-armed shield, or is it something that would hide the entire body?
No, it's a one-arm shield. It's not very large. It's like Captain America's shield.
Excellent. But what is this America you speak of? Um,
You hear muffled struggle as Lyle is trying his darndest to get this sword out of the sheath, but having an immensely horrible time doing so, as he is failing.
I want to try and make it over to Lyle if I can. If depending on what his sword actually is, I may have a weapon in mind.
Alright.
Other than that sword.
From the trajectory between you and the cultists, you believe if you can't make it to the desk, you can actually use this woman here who's frozen in a running away position as somewhat cover.
I wish to try and sneak first, and if all else fails, I'll use the woman for cover.
What do you want to try to do? Get, like, right behind the desk?
Yes,
Where?
like right here.
Okay,
It'd
you
be
are
kinda...
actually close enough. I can actually have you do that.
Oh, okay. So here and here.
Yes.
Excellent.
And you whisper your shit.
I whispered, Lyle.
He actively seems a little bit startled, but he's being quiet. He seems happy to see you. Where have you been? They came out of nowhere.
It's a very, very long story, but I'm here now. What's the situation?
He is trying his hardest to get this sword out of this scabbard. They just just showed up and iced everybody. I'm trying to get the sword out. This is our failsafe, a sword that never misses, but I can't get it out of the scabbard.
May I try and help?
He just kind of hands it to you in a frustrated manner, like someone who can't get a cookie jar open.
Alright. I want to try and pull the sword from the scabbard.
Alright, upon first instincts, it does not budge.
Okay.
With little effort, is what I'm saying.
I really need this sword. If it actually never misses, I need this sword. Because I'm not going to let these feathered freaks get away with the murder of Bartleby. That is not something I can let happen. I want to put all of my hope and draw with all of my strength to try to draw the sword out.
Roll a strength check for me.
8.
No. Between you and Lyle, you still cannot get this thing to budge. Like it's locked or clicked in or something. There's like some sort of obvious locking mechanism which you guys cannot get past. At this point, you hear one of the hybrids chime up. In common, not just the crowing.
Mm-hmm.
Over here at the top. What about this one? A displacer beast. You actually hear Akron chime up. No, no, that one's... Keep looking. Something else.
Okay, you know what? I'll use the sword in scabbard. Maybe it'll still never miss. It'll do less damage, but I might be able to bludgeon people to death.
The other two hybrids kind of start walking about along the edge of the room near these pillars. As Akron clicks something in that bird language, these three regular cultists here will begin to start looking over these guards.
Okay. Is that holy broadsword a two-handed weapon?
It is, in fact.
So that'd be pointless against the or with the shield. Um,
Lyle pipes up and actively says a suggestion. Do you want me to put some cover fire for you? Actively trying to seem brave.
as much as that's appreciated, I've lost one too many friends today. I don't want to make another one. You stay hidden and stay safe.
Kind of sits down and pouts a little bit, expecting to get into the fight. Well, what are we gonna do?
I have an idea.
This hybrid over here will chime up and ask about a beholder. Akron will get right about to here and respond something like, no, that one's too broken.
I need to get the crossbow.
Okay. You're still a ways away. I can give that without any stealth check yet.
Alright.
Alright, do you need the token to keep track of it?
No.
Then I will get rid of it.
And I ask Lyle if he can pick up the electric mace and just kind of place it where the electricity is up top, like on a table. I need him to, like, hold it steady on top of the table.
Alright, since he is literally half of your size, he does not even need a stealth check. He kind of scatters back to where you're at and holds it up like a beacon. Seriously unsure of what you're planning.
I would like to try and fire a crossbow bolt close enough to the electricity and see if it will carry the electricity towards the cultists. They are surrounded by, albeit frozen, soldiers in metal armor. It might arc.
Right.
I'm hoping to try and arc it and take out as many as I can. Because not to mention, the cultists have the pitch black feathers, and electricity is extreme heat. I might be able to cause them to combust.
First, you are unsure if these arrows will do so, as last time you used this exact crossbow, your arrows were wooden.
Yes. So, bag of oddities.
Okay.
I want to try and wrap one with a little bit of metal wire that I've had laying around.
I will allow it. This hybrid on the far left side will just ask about this one here. It does not give a specific creature name. Akron will travel back over this way and seem to be pondering this one over, not instantly dismissing it.
This is the best shot I'm going to get. I ready the crossbow.
Okay.
I take aim at the center cultist here.
Alright.
I fire. Crap! Language. Oops.
Alright. Unfortunately, that misses. Their AC is only 11, but an 8 is still not an 11. A static bolt goes whizzing past this cultist and lands somewhere on the far side of the room. They've instantly perked up, hunched down, and drawn their weapons, and will slowly begin to advance in the area that the arrow came from. One of the cultists will chime up, "General, I think we have company." Akron will quickly scan the room, but not actively search for anything, and note to this hybrid that it will have to do. As Akron stands around these 5 magical stones and begins incanting something.
I tell Lyle to stay down, and I just grab the sword with the scabbard still attached.
He pulls the electricity mace down underneath the table. He once again looks up at you with somewhat hope in his eyes and says, "Do you want me to do cover fire? I'm really good." You are not even sure if you can take him seriously.
Once you do cover fire, I need you to book it to another desk, and then stay hidden.
Hope twinkles in his eyes as he just gives you the biggest smile. He drops the electricity mace, and you see before he bolts out of your view, pulling from his belt, glass daggers.
He's gonna cover fire with glass daggers. Oh dear.
Everything is too cluttered, I cannot select Lyle. Oop, nope, not you. Everything's too close.
How about I just keep track of the sword?
There we go.
Alright.
Lyle will run up behind this guy here and will try an arcing spread as he goes ham with these glass throwing daggers. He will run an arc and do his best to hit all 3 with 1 hit, 2 hit, and a miss against this far guy here. And will inflict 3 damage, 4 damage against these cultists here.
At this point, I want to pick up the electric mace